I want to welcome everybody for coming. It gives me great pleasure to extend to you all a very warm welcome. This time together is a great opportunity for every single one of us to get to know each other, hang out, just get together, go over our accomplishments, items of business, shoot around any new ideas, and of course, go through and go get the giveaway items. This will be our second meeting that we've had as a guild. We have a very good turnout. We had a very good turnout last time as well. Everything that you guys do for us here at VP is greatly appreciated. The first item we're going to go over this evening is we're going to go over accomplishments, and then we're going to go over the items of business. Ari, I'd like to hand the floor to you. If there's something that I need to add, I'll add to it. We've went over this earlier today.
Right on. So again, as Ox said, welcome. Thanks for coming. A lot of things have changed in the time since we had our last meeting. You know, some of you guys weren't here yet, or were not able to make it to the last one. A couple of the really good positive things that I've seen happening. PvP has turned into a fairly regularly attended event for a lot of people, especially Lou, Lip, GVG, Dirty, of course. You know, you guys kind of anchor the whole thing, and you know, people come as they are able. That's just a bad time for me, but you know, I know Ox is there and Bob and lots of other people. I encourage you guys that maybe not be so interested in PvP to check it out and try it, because for the simple fact that the relics that you can get improve your tune overall, not just in PvP. You know, they're the third best relics you can get besides doing the hard mode Oricon operations or the Nightmare DF. So check it out. Even if it's not your thing, if you tough it out a little bit, you get those relics that will really, really help you step up into that next level of heals or damage or whatever. You know, the tanking relics for PvP really don't apply very well in PvE. Well, one of them does, the other one doesn't. But anyway, check it out, try it. The next thing is Galactic Starfighter. I know there's a big mix of opinions. It's mostly love or hate, but it has grown a lot, especially in the last few weeks. And we've got our little squadron going, and you know, a lot of people participating as they can, especially Seti, who didn't want to dip his toes in the water, and then you know, when we finally kind of pushed him in the pool, he swam like a champ. Many props to you, and you know, Oren's the guy that's running all of that, putting it together. If you ever get a hankering to try it, let us know. We'll do what we can to make it as pleasant an experience as possible. With operations, you know, Ox and I had a meeting after this meeting last time, and she voiced some concerns about various things, especially the fact that, you know, she felt that we had to bring in some, you know, outside muscle to get things done. You know, she felt like we were kind of being carried by other people. Well, now that's quite the opposite. We do a lot better when it's just us. Even if it's only 8 men, you know, we're getting in there, we're taking out the content, and you know, wiping rarely, maybe once.
I have to agree. I did have some concerns with us with operations for some time. I did feel, you know, our 16-man groups, we were, as a guild, being carried by the other 8 or 9 people we were adding to the group going in a 16-man run. By last night's actions and our just being overpowered with DPS, we can do this together as a guild. An 8-man group, absolutely no problem. I was concerned for some time. I'm happy to see the achievements. The green popping up in the guild chat is amazing. A lot of us, you know, have pushed for 16-man groups because of those comms, but we're hitting some achievements with some of the 8-man groups. I want to continue to reinforce that and encourage that. I want to encourage, again, on top of talking about ops, is the signups for them. I want to get a little bit more strict on signups. If you're not signed up, there's no punishment for not coming, but I'm going to start enforcing a little bit harder. If you're not signed up, I'm not to put you in the group unless it's directly necessary. Is that correct, Ari?
Correct. Also, even if you have some interest in going, but you're not sure, maybe, maybe not, just sign up, but say maybe.
There is a maybe option, and that can be used. Don't feel that you have to put, going. Princess very much is used to using the maybe option. And if it's maybe and you end up not going, you let me know. I can change it to not attending. But just let's use that sign up as we grow. That's going to be a very helpful cue for, the guy that's in charge of the group. Whoever's running it will know who's going to be there. We are making strides to place members in the guild and in operations that will further help us to take down the harder content. We've added a couple of people to the guild that is their goal here, is to help us with the hard mode ops. We can do classic ops like they're, a cakewalk, bringing new tanks and new healers into that and rotating individuals out into DPS to allow new people the chance to tank or heal is now the goal for the classic ops.
Yeah,
But yes,
GBG.
yep, definitely GBG.
What?
Fingers off the keys and put your ears back in the headphones. No,
Did any of you guys have
just singling you out a
anything?
little bit.
Did any of you guys have anything to say about the operations and how y'all have seen that and from y'all's perspective?
Well, as for me, I've seen it grow quite a bit. I remember struggling when I first joined. We like wiped, I don't know, 11 times or something on Fortress as we all learned the mechanics, and now we can do it blindfolded.
Because everyone has their relics. No.
Well, we geared up.
Yes.
And we learned
absolutely.
the mechanics.
Yes.
And I'm seeing that grow across across all the ops we do. The more we do them, the better we get at them. And I've seen a noticeable difference.
I am very proud of everybody.
Yep, just to say this, when we did DF hard mode the other day, great job to everyone that was doing it. We were all following the mechanics very well. We're all very spoiled in how good our tanks are.
Oh,
Great.
That's an absolute right there. All right, Ari, please continue.
So, not just GBG, but anybody. I mean, if you're considering, it's like, hey, you know what? I've not healed in this game yet, or I've not tanked in this yet, or whatever. Roll a tune, try it out. It doesn't take that long to get any tune up to 55. I've got my little GSF tune up to 42 or 43 or something. I encourage you guys to try new things, even if it's not for you. You say, hey, you know what? Tanking's not my thing. Learning it from that perspective and getting a deeper understanding of how that class works helps you become a better DPS or a better healer, and so on and so forth.
My healer will have healed in ops before the next meeting, classic ops.
Good.
I might consider grinding my jug to 50 and tanking him in the next classic ops. If you guys are okay with that. Maybe not the next one, but
I encourage people to not roll too many tanks because I don't get that many opportunities to tank anymore. But no, I'm kidding. Again, with the floor being open, does anybody else have anything to say? All right, on to the next thing. Regarding the guild bank, as you guys have seen, I'm sure, wandering by there, balance is getting pretty high. Don't know, but we have heard on multiple occasions that the entry level for the guild ship is going to be 200 million. Now we have about 20% of that.
Good Lord.
This has been given to us by information from the public test server and individuals who actually are working on this content to be put out for us. So with it being that high, Sport, before he went on his leave for a little bit, had mentioned a very good idea. It is not required, but I'd like to reinforce it. 100K, 200K a week, by members of the guild, donating in there. If you're really interested in us getting a guild starship, as the rest of us are, if you're one of those, please go ahead and try to spend some time doing dailies and donating about 100 to 200K a week until this comes out so that we can get this starship for everyone, for our guild.
And if the idea of donating chaps your ass or whatever, do and will always have some lotteries going. Right now, we've got the Corellian Star Drive Flash for 100K per number, which is not much. I mean, that's one section extra, and you're helping the guild and possibly getting a really cool mount out of the deal. Fets has an even more amazing thing going where it's only 200k to get a shot at the Revan statue, which I have partaken in. I need to throw a few more credits that way. I only have one number at the moment, but those are there. They're on the website. I highly encourage you guys to check it out. I'm going to spam you guys with it. We need to fill those up. We had a goal of getting at least one of them given away in this guild meeting, but unfortunately we weren't able to make it. We're only about 40% of the way there on the Star Drive Flash, and we're only about 20% of the way there on the Revan statue. So please, guys, take the little bit of time that it takes to grind out a couple dailies, get those credits up. You need them for whatever you need them for as well. We were for a long time really good about doing them as a guild. That's kind of fallen off lately. So I encourage everyone to get out there and do that again. Or if that's not your thing, find some other way to generate a little bit of income, not only for yourself but for the guild as well. I mean, we really want to have that starship the day it drops. And we don't have to be the first ones. We're not going to be out there whatever time it is. I think it's 6 Central that reset happens, but it's like download the patch and it's like, we got the first starship. Who freaking cares? But it would be nice to get it the day that it comes out. That's probably going to be August 19th, unless they push it back again. Yes, you can trade credits to people, and I would be more than happy to meet you wherever you are. If you want to make a donation or buy a number, just get in touch with me. You can trade me the credits, and I can put them in the bank for you.
Well, if that is all of our accomplishments for the evening, Ari, I would like to move on to items of business.
Yeah, you cannot. That's true. You can't mail them, Horace, but you can trade them.
Yes, because that's what Mike Mithy, our other guild bank officer, does, is he trades.
And it's a big, nasty, hairy one. Watch out.
Alright, guys, I gotta head over to Ray with y'all. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Soul, for coming.
Appreciate
No problem.
it.
Have fun with the raid and good luck.
And we'll see you Saturday, if not before.
Yeah, we actually might need a healer. So, yeah. Have fun, y'all.
Thanks for coming out.
Thanks.
Did that work, God?
Or, never mind.
Sweet. Okay. See, anytime you need to do that, just get with myself or Ari or one of the other guys. We're all trustworthy on that end, as far as I'm concerned. We play together enough.
You can trust me that all the credits that you give me will go to a very nice speeder for me. I'm kidding. So on to business. We touched on it briefly. The biggest thing right now is usage of the website. We were doing pretty well with that for a little while, and now that we've gotten a little bit bigger, we've kind of gone away from that. And that's was created and has always been intended to be the central point of exchange for information. Via the calendar or the forums, or what the hell does Oren look like? I don't know. I do, but I do because I went to the website and looked at his picture. But so please do that from now on for these guild meetings.
We touched on this a little bit before you came in, and I was joking with GBG, but go ahead and continue.
We're going to go ahead and start, as Ox said, regarding the operations, getting a little more strict about the signups, and this is fully intended to get you guys to go to the website. If you don't sign up for the guild meeting, you don't get to play in the role. And let's admit it, we all come here for the swag, right?
You say swag?
I did say swag.
He said swag.
Oh my god. Freaking love you, Ari.
I just said Holmes.
Swag, Holmes?
My dog's killing biscuits.
I'm going to touch on that just a little bit. Like Ari said, him and myself worked very, very hard on the website and, getting everything up there, the forums, getting everything set up to where one thing led into another. I wanted to give you guys an opportunity during the last guild meeting to go ahead and be able to be a part of that. I had thrown up an idea of doing the banner and having a informal banner contest. After the last meeting, I said within a month's time, your banner could be the one flying over our website. A few of you guys are newer here and are not familiar with this, but I had no interest in that at that time. So I'd like to reiterate it and throw it back out there again. For a short time, your banner can be displayed on the top of our guild website. The information to be included will be what's up there now. It'll be, the guild's name. What's not going to be up there is like a slogan. So you can have the guild's name and like some designs, make one, throw it up, send me, what it is that you came up with, take some time. And if you want to be a part of the website, you want to feel like that something that you have done is, put out there, and we'll fly your banner high and we'll put it on the website. But I've got to have some interest in that. And if any of y'all are interested, please don't hesitate to take part of that.
And no rainbows or sparkles left.
Or GBG. No penises either.
Hey, that's the best type of banner.
Jesus.
No dickweed banners.
No dickweed banners.
All right.
What if it's dickweed and beer?
Jesus.
I have a quick question about the lotto. Is there
Go ahead.
Is there a chart for the Revan statue?
There isn't at this time.
Okay.
I'm a little behind, but I've been posting numbers in the post that have been taken.
Yeah, I was going to put that in there, and then I just want to make sure I wasn't missing a chart and like claiming numbers that were already taken.
No. I'm a little behind because honestly, it's been selling a little slow. The only numbers that are not available at this time are 1, 7, 12, 17, 18, 24, 42, 49, 53, 61, 65, 69, 74, 83, 89, and 98. If I did not name a number, it is available.
All right, I'm now taking 5, 25, 55, 75, and 85.
Oh, give me a second. Let me get a pen.
I just posted it. It's posted. I'm on the website.
There you go. Yay, website usage.
Who do you think got it, GBG?
Say that again. Sorry. 5.
Yeah, it's on the
25.
website.
It's on the website.
Was
Okay.
it you, Ari?
We'll go over that after those fets if you need to.
Okay.
I knew it was.
Of course
I
it
don't
was
know.
him.
You asked for it, and I gave it to you for the flash.
Who do I give the money to?
Fets.
Bets. Okay.
Or you can deposit it in the guild bank. Either way, I don't care.
I kind of
Whatever you
like
prefer.
giving it directly because that way somebody sees it and it's like having a receipt.
Yeah, works for me.
You have any more information in regards to the items of business, Ari, in reference to the website signups?
Not in reference to the website, no.
Okay.
I would actually, it kind of ties in. I would like to refer people to the guild rules area, wherein there is a description of the officers that we had intended to have from the very beginning. 2 of those positions are filled. 1 is being sort of co-shared by 3 different people now, which is the ops lead. But that's specifically for hard mode content. There's nobody there to do administrative or delegate responsibility to. And then we have the quote unquote seeker officer, the person in charge of training, and then a person in charge of in-game readiness. Those positions are available. No one, to the best of my or Ox's knowledge, has ever expressed interest in any of those positions. But check them out. See if that's something that works for you, and then start going.
Right. Just like he's saying, if you're interested or if you want to know more about the position and like the details, you can contact Ari, myself, or N. But I mean, completely honest, it ties into what Ari was saying. A full list that explains each one of the officer positions, the 6 officer positions, as well as all the others, is on the forums. You could go and check it out. It's under the rules. And then underneath rules, it's chain of command, like Ari said. So again, everything that we refer to or we talk about is up in those forums. It's on the website. It's right there for you to be able to read and check out at any time or to refer back to. But yes, we only have theoretically, 2 of the 6 officer positions right now that have even been covered. To fully be able to function properly and to be able to move smoothly and work and to grow well, we need to get these positions completely filled. And, I don't know if you were going to go over that, but that ties into recruiting, Ari.
I'd actually like you to cover that, if you don't mind.
Okay, well, recruiting, as you guys know, we have a very, very simple way we like to recruit. We have on our page, on our website, we have the site. It has the colors. Y'all all have had to do it to come here. There's 4 colors. Someone that is interested, or you see that you think would be interested, Whispers, myself, Ari, and or one of the lieutenants can invite, and so can the officers. Am I correct on that, Ari?
I can invite, so.
Yeah,
Yep. Which
That
that's
is-
going to be 5 different lieutenants, 2 officers, myself, Ari, and N can actually invite to the guild. So whoever is interested, or you see, or you're running with somebody, they don't have a title on them, and you've been doing dailies, or you go and run, flashpoints with this person, and you think that they would be a good mix in here, have them whisper those colors over to one of us. We'll add them in, see how we fit for them, because if they're not happy, this doesn't feel like a home to them, there's no reason for them to be here. They need to go find somewhere that they fit.
exactly. The interview process goes both ways.
Right.
Wait,
And
can I?
we are in a great need of, some fresh meat. Everyone here has totally, meshed in. We know how we work together. We know each other pretty well. It's time for us to get some fresh meat here. So if we can start looking for that and looking for individuals to mix in and see how they fit and how we work with them, I really urge all of us to start kind of looking for that.
Okay.
Hold on, GBG. God, what's your question?
Mine's about the same thing too.
That's fine. And while he's typing, we will never, ever, 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 ever be sitting on Fleet spamming out that we are a guild that, is looking for people to join us. Oh, we are a this guild, please join us. We will never recruit in that manner. Just FYI. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, as Ox said, we were.
If you are wanting to know the information as far as the people that are in here, we have 2 tribunists, which are our officers, 5 lieutenants, Ari and myself, which make up the triad. There are 34 members, independent individuals. And then on top of that, there is how many unique accounts, Ari? I did not write that one down.
I believe it's 49.
I just checked.
Okay.
It's 49.
Okay.
Can I ask my question about recruiting now?
Yeah.
Did we cover God's question? Did that cover that for you, God?
sort of did it in Ops chat, but yeah, it's mostly alts. Again, that the 191 tunes is across 49 individual accounts.
There's a simple answer. That worked.
Okay, my question is, you said it's on the recruitment page, or I'm on the recruitment page, and there's nothing below it for like officer positions and stuff.
No, that's not what I said. I said go to forums,
Oh, okay.
go to rules, and go to chain of command.
It's
That
there.
is the information that's the information in regards to our positions. Recruitment page is going to have the 4 colors and the page that any individual is required to read and tell us the colors to be able to join the guild. The only requirement is for those 4 colors to be recited and to become a member of the website. It says what is Vis Potiri and what do we stand for.
Part of becoming a member of the website is quote unquote signing the guild rules, the chat rules, and the core philosophy pages. Right.
Yes, which comes in after the going to the recruitment page, of course. It's a 3-step process. Read the recruitment page, get added to the guild, make the website, get on it, and sign the rules.
And I'm on it, the recruitment page. And is there
Yes.
anything I have to specially type?
No, it's right there. It says what is VP and what do we stand for. You see everything's black and white except for the 4 colors?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I know, I read it. I was just
Basically,
making sure there wasn't anything special I had to type, like my name, my date, blah, 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 blah.
no, absolutely not.
Okay, so I basically put the position. I put, I want to do this. I said, please, I'm a great person after.
But not on the recruitment.
No.
No,
The
of course not.
recruitment
Why would I
page is
ever do
for
that?
adding individuals to the guild, GBG.
No, I put it on the form page, right?
We understand. You were interested in the training officer position. When we
Oh,
get
He's
okay.
giving me a headache. Kick him.
when we get some new recruits, you get yourself on the lower tune, run with them, help them out, teach them not just what the game is about, but what we are about.
And that is something to be saved for after the meeting, GBG.
Correct.
Not right now.
Okay.
So, are there any other items of business, Ox?
No, there is not. There was a change. I mean, the one simple thing, it was GSF is on the calendar. Munifexes, which is recruits, can now see member notes. That was a concern for a lot of people because we only move people and advance people up on the tune that they are working on. So the tunes you have that are just Munifexes that would be considered recruits again, they couldn't see the member notes, so they didn't know who was on, if they were on all. That has been changed. We fixed that. And since the last guild meeting, we have a new tab. That's it for the items of business. If you were finished, I'd like to go ahead and close the meeting portion of this.
Okay. I thought we were going to do a few promotions, but
Oh, that's promotions. That's next, sir.
okay. So, done with the business. On to the raising some folks up.
Does someone have a page about this that they literally wrote down? I feel like it was Oxy.
Haha.
I heard the page flip. Heard it.
So again, the more you put in, the more you get out, and we've got quite a few people that have gone above and beyond just hanging out in TeamSpeak and talking about wieners and whatever.
Wiener.
And we'd like to take the time to
The treasure of I'm a wiener.
I'm a wiener.
Classic.
recognize that. And Alex, go ahead, please.
So for our promotions, these are, again, what Ari said, people who have been spending a quality amount of time just reaching out, hitting every area that we have put up there on the calendar, things that we, GSF, dailies, flashpoints, operations. The first one I want to recognize, and I do not believe he's here, unfortunately. He's back and forth and cooking dinner. Core, are you available? Are you in TeamSpeak still, sir?
Let me go check if he's available. Hang on.
Yes, please.
Thank you, Sham.
Thank you, Sham.
Technically, she left, so she probably didn't hear you guys say thank you.
You are just as much a smartass as my daughter.
Is it true that there is a place in a man's head that if you shoot it, it will blow up?
But you know you love it.
I love you to death.
I wouldn't be me if I wasn't smart.
With the power of Grayskull.
You'd still be an ass, though.
My, he is tenacious, isn't he?
We are in the promotions part of our meeting here, and these are promotions for individuals who's went above and beyond their just gameplay. We want to recognize them for the time that they've spent on one or numerous tunes, being there, hitting GSF, dailies, flashpoints, and PvP. I was telling the guys I was looking for you. We are going to be promoting you to a lieutenant. You have done an amazing job. You were there. Everything you sign up for, you were there with your bells on. You're in game, ready to help and share your knowledge and information with anyone here. Above and beyond what I've seen from some of the other, per se, recruits. You are indeed a lieutenant here. And you will be one of the first lieutenants that we have nominated and moved into that position.
Buddy disconnected from your channel.
Go.
Was that Oxy?
Nice one, Doris.
Nothing like a bit of girl on girl.
Buddy joined your
Well, I didn't want to finish talking anyways. All right, so Core is now a lieutenant.
Yay!
And on a side note, his sniper incognito has been very, very helpful with people coming up, and he's now a member, and that's his GSF team.
Absolutely. We actually will be probably moving a few more of your alts up, core as we see fit throughout the week. Me and Ari will address that after the meeting and sometime later in the week. Our next member, or next individual who has not become a member yet, members are not based on a certain amount of days that you have been a part of the guild. That is not how we promote. We promote based on your time you spend in the game and your readiness to be there for groups and help others. For members, I would like to let everyone know one of the guys that we're promoting is going to be SETI.
Congrats, man.
Wow.
His tune for the GSF also will be promoted up to a member as well.
His big fat ass could shield us all.
The next member that we will be, or next Munifex that we're moving to a Principe is going to be Headstone. He has done an amazing job. He's been helping out around the clock, you know, just doing operations, PvP. His GSF is amazing. Congratulations, Head.
Lunchtime! Congratulating the head. I'm kind of like worshiping it.
It's awesome. The next one that we will be promoting, he's in here, is going to be God. Every guild's got to have a God as a member, so we will be promoting you up to a member, sir.
How can this be for the greater good? The greater good. Shut it!
On Lafivon, Axel, we will be promoting you as well. You've showed your time and dedication in all of the areas. Also, if we have something on the calendar, if you're available, you try to make it. Congratulations.
Let's go. Come on, follow me. You stay here. Stay here. Why? Because your face looks like a vagina.
He is not here with us, but he has taken the time to really push to grind for his gear. He really tries to be a part of each one of the functions, the PvP, he's tried GSF, it's not working for him, operations, he tends to be the Achilles heel here. Marine, he's not with us, but he will be getting a member position in the guild as well.
Nice.
Yo, a beer over here, please. You're going to be embarrassed when you realize I'm Wilmer Valderrama.
Last and definitely not least, because we all know he talks way too damn much, our local GBG. We will be giving him a promotion. You are now a member of VP, GB.
I'll tell you what I do, man. 2 chicks at the same time, man.
Yay!
Fucking A, man.
That's all I have for my promotions, Ari. Until next time. To be promoted, again, like I said, it's not based on the amount of days that you're in the guild. It is based on the availability that you have to help your fellow VP and to help members, and your time you put in signing up and actually being there for the events that you sign up for. So I want to thank every one of you guys for what you do and what you put into being here for us. We wouldn't be our guild without you guys.
Yeah, I know you would not be the same without me. That's for sure.
If they take my stapler, then I'll set the building on fire.
We weren't the same before, and I don't think we'll ever be the same after. That is correct.
Hey, but it's a good difference.
I didn't say anything.
It's your job. Congrats to everyone on their promotions, and good job on the achievements. Great job, guys. We're having a great guild meeting. Good job. Keep it going. I have to go.
All right, GBG.
You're not staying for the goodies?
Nah, no goodies for me. I'm on a diet.
LOL.
Rock on. Have a good night, dude.
All right, bye, guys. You have a good one.
2. Congrats.
Thank you. And I want to say congrats again to everyone. You're all freaking awesome people. Love y'all.
You have anything else to add for the promotions, Ari?
No, I'm just looking at Sham. She needs to roll for a new speeder because that's a speed. That's a 2-speeder. Great looking speeder, but it doesn't go fast enough.
Well, before we completely move on to the giveaways, then I want everybody to remember that this is something I have written on the website. You see it every time you sign on to there, but remember, we're a group of mature adults, veteran gamers. We seek to make Vis Potiri a very well-known guild, very successful, and a home to other gamers like ourselves. I want to continue to foster long-term friendships between all of us and amongst the members. This is to enhance your gameplay, This is to enhance the quality of your online gaming by virtue of our friendships that we make here. This is not just a guild. This is friends. This is a home. This is the place where you have found that you fit, that you want to grow, whether it be downing content in ops, killing people in PvP, or shooting some lasers and spinning in circles in GSF. I really don't know what y'all do there. But make this your home. Find your nick. Find what fits you and make it grow. So with that being said, I would like to move to giveaways if we can. I want to give stuff away. That is it for the meeting portion then.